Bailey Foster, Ariel Holbert, Caitlin McClellan, Abigail Kagan, Karen Varty, Deborah Dixon. Bailey Foster? No. Dixon. Okay. Good one. Okay. Ariel Hurlbert? No. Will be shown registering physician and also physician. Caitlin McClellan? Nope. Same thing. Abigail Kagan?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Committee, for being here today and staying late to hear us speak. My name is Abigail Kagan. Senator Kurt Watson is my senator. I'm a resident of Austin, Texas, and I'm speaking against SB 1. I'm appalled and ashamed that in the year 2013, I must stand or sit and appear before you and speak to fight for my own right to make choices over my own body and my own reproductive health care and access to those health care choices. For the record, I am a child of an unplanned pregnancy. I was adopted. I was raised to stand up for myself and for what I believe in and for my own rights, and I'm very much pro-choice. SB 1 is not proposing restrictions just on late-term abortions, as you know, but more importantly, proposing access to basic health care screening, testing, sex education, contraception, and other measures to prevent unwanted pregnancies, which is the best solution to prevent pregnancies and abortions in the first place. The mendacious propaganda proposed in this bill is clearly and admittedly formed from the ideologies of religious conservatives and their personal opinions and faith, not based on scientific fact or evidence, and it's most certainly not based in the best interest of Texas women and their safety. And I'm sick and tired of hearing that it is. So please explain to me how in 2013, under the U.S. Constitution, that legislator can support and allow this violation of separation between church and state. My original intent today was to testify in advocacy for all the health services provided to women and men by these clinics that will most likely be shut down by SB 1. But instead, I'm going to take this remaining time to call out the supporters of this bill. How dare you? How dare you impose your religious beliefs onto and into my own body? How dare you propose legislation that will eliminate rather than expand access to basic health care screening and testing and education from the women who need it most? I am here today to stand against SB 1 and say no. Thank you very much for being here and hearing me speak.
Karen Varty?
No.
No. Karen Varty will be shown in opposition. Not here to testify. Deborah Dixon.
Yes.
Go.
Good morning, members of the committee. Thank you for staying in late to hear me speak and all of us speak. My name is Deborah Dixon. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I'm in Senator Uresky's district until 2007. I lived in Laredo, Texas, and was Senator Zaffarini's constituent. There has been a lot of data and peer-reviewed data brought up from the Guttmacher Institute and others that I will not repeat here about both the consequences of restricting access to abortion and the consequences of closing clinics west of I-35. It's very clear that this will present an undue burden and therefore be unconstitutional on its face. I want to speak because I am concerned about how the hysteria, and I think it's interesting that the Greek word for uterus is what is used in this case, over abortion, has clouded judgment. And I think all of us would prefer there to be fewer abortions. I am one of the 1 in 3 women who has had an abortion in their lifetime. I do not regret that decision. Had I a bit more time, I had a poem I had planned to read that I wrote 6 years ago about it. In a perfect world, we would live without rape, without child molestation, without developmental and genetic defects, without ectopic pregnancies, without reproductive coercion or sabotage of birth control, which occurs in about 25% chronic domestic abuse situations. All of these situations would not exist if we lived in a wonderful world where people lived without coercion or violence or poverty or the unwillingness to be a mother, but they do exist. And to arbitrarily decide based on religious conviction or ALEC that decisions need to be made. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. The next